Police were called to the scene after a report was made of an injury to a child. But what they found inside the apartment complex will leave you speechless. This morning, group members of an anti-immigration border convoy arrived in McAllen, and more are expected to make their way tomorrow. Now, the requirements to qualify for this program is quite simple. They simply ask for you to fill out this application, have your proof of address, proof of income, and your identification. 11 weeks ago, a women's clinic was closed down, and today women in the Valley can now benefit from low-cost primary health services. Thank you, Antonio. That's right. As you can see, police are still at the scene where earlier this afternoon, 5 people were detained following a raid. Fox 2 News took an exclusive look inside the residence and found the living conditions these immigrants were in deplorable. A man remains hospitalized after an accident last night involving a drunk driver.
Margarita Gonzalez has been living in Rio Grande City for 15 years. She says with the National Guard along the border, she has never felt more safe. I feel very secure because I feel that we're very taken care of here. There's always vigilance on the streets. However, Governor Greg Abbott, in his visit to the Valley last week, said he plans to remove the National Guard and find alternative ways in protecting the border.
When we pass my plan and put it into place, it will eliminate the need for National Guard on the border because Texas law enforcement officers will be able to perform the function.
Abbott says he plans to provide additional resources to local and federal agencies instead, a plan the Rio Grande City mayor says he agrees with, since the National Guard was only a temporary solution.
I think one of the solutions right now is to use Texas resources and not to rely so much on the National Guard as a permanent solution, because they're not.
The National Guard arrived to the Valley in August of last year in response to the humanitarian crisis. Since then, they have made a significant impact on crime in the area.
They have had an impact. We have seen lower numbers in the way they're smuggling narcotics through our city here and through the area.
Both the mayor and the chief of police say providing more boots on the streets should be the focus.
We bring in state resources in the form of perhaps more DPS, more border patrol, more even game wardens. People don't realize that they're law enforcement officers also. Those are options that the state can study.
If Abbott's plans are approved by Texas Congress, we are expected to see these changes in the next couple of months. Fanny Cano, Fox 2 News at 9. Shots were fired, flags were lowered, and many tears were shed today as residents remembered the lives of the soldiers lost in battle. But it is only the bodies of those heroes that rest here because the memory of their lives continue on. Reina Torres lost her only son due to the recent war.
He was killed in action September the 5th, 2012. Oh, there was a lot of happy memories. He loved his family. He loved his sister, his nephews. He loved his country.
She says her only consolation is that he died doing what he loved.
He really enjoyed what he was doing. He was a pilot, and he enjoyed flying.
And while some mourn the loss of their loved ones, veterans like Patricio Escamilla use this day to remember the partners he lost in battle.
Those that gave the ultimate sacrifice for the nation. As you can see, there's little flags at each and every tomb there, signifying that a veteran is there or will be there.
Escamilla lost his wife last year. With tears in his eyes, he only asked for one thing.
The special day, let us not forget those that gave the ultimate sacrifice for their country.
That being said, we would like to thank the veterans for their valor, for those who are with us, and also for those who have passed.